What's up? We should do that.
Just blowing the mic out to start with.
Yeah.
We should do that every time.
We should do that every time.
30 years old.
And we should do that 7 times to commemorate Scream 7 coming out.
I can't believe you know of the existence of Scream 7, number 1.
We talked about this on pod 2 weeks ago!
Did we? Oh,
yeah,
because we went
through all
over,
the movies coming out.
Upcoming movies.
Yeah.
That was like 4 weeks ago at this point. But no, so they're not from, it's not from, What's up? It's not actually from Scream. They don't do that.
Oh.
I know you haven't seen that movie.
I haven't seen any of them.
Have you seen Scream?
Not a single one.
Yeah, I didn't think so.
None of the 7.
Yeah, I don't know.
Those are my Horcruxes.
Okay.
I'm afraid to watch them because they might kill me.
Well, so in the first Scream, there's like the killer talks through the phone, and that got parodied in it's a very famous scene, and it got parodied in a Super Bowl commercial after that movie came out, where they all go like, "What's up?"
Yeah,
like it's like Domino's. I want to say it was a Domino's commercial. Now I gotta Google it. Hang on.
Yeah.
If we have anybody watching this,
any Domino's fans
listening to this show,
no, actually,
no, it's Budweiser.
Just if we have anybody watching this, anybody listening out there,
that's true.
We're not just putting this out.
Well, I was
going to
say anyone who's like alive and remembers when this came, because this came out in the late 90s, like before we were cognizant. So,
yeah, I don't know how I would have seen it then, because that's like my only memory of Scream.
Because it's a scary movie too.
Oh,
like it's in
did they do that in that too?
So because What's Up comes from the Super Bowl commercial where they're just talking, they're doing that, and then they parody that, which is like in Scary Movie they have him. Yeah, so it's like a triple layered parody. So
I got you.
Now, man, Super Bowl commercials now suck, and now there's gonna be a new Scary Movie, and that's gonna suck.
What do you mean? You don't love
it's so over.
Multiple hours of join our betting websites, join our AI betting websites, join our arbitrage AI betting crypto site. It's like, all right.
I mean, no, I don't. I don't enjoy 2 hours of that.
Yeah. Makes me want to explode, personally, with righteous fury and anger. So
good call. It would be a good call if you exploded.
Yeah.
From that. So, but. No, and then, I don't know. I Scream, like, I don't understand the appeal of that franchise in general. Like, I don't get it. Like, the first one, it's like, okay, I get it. And then after, it's like, why are we still making that? Like, we're just becoming the thing that you were satirizing in the first place. I don't know. It's weird.
Is that the...
I know you haven't seen that, so
yeah.
Yeah.
Is that the call is coming from inside the house movie?
No. It's basically the premise is that the killers... or like the killer in that movie is like, or in those movies is like aware of horror movie tropes. So like, and it's clever. Yeah. It's a very clever premise, right? So it's like, okay, like the killer is gonna like trick you using common tropes in movies and like, try to you can outsmart them using those tropes. I don't want to give away too much because there's like a lot to but
no, I kind of get it. Yeah.
It's directed by Wes Craven and written, who did Nightmare on Elm Street and many other like seminal horror movies. Yeah. So it's like, it's kind of fun to have that as like part of the mythos of that movie, but then it's like they just kept going. And then like I saw the trailer for the new one and I was like, this is, first off, the trailer, one of the worst trailers I've ever seen. It's like just like the whole fucking movie is cut in there.
Yeah.
But then also, like, I don't know, it just looks like a regular slasher at that point, but the legacy kind of sequel thing of like having the original castmates, I don't know, not my bag.
Yeah.
Not my bag, personally.
Yeah. I feel that.
But anyway, not to start on like a downer note.
No. You can start on whatever note you wanna.
Yeah. Well, I don't have anything else to get to get into unless you wanna just dive right in.
We can. Let me pull up the movie. The movie's
Jesus
Wikipedia
Christ.
page.
This is We Want to Watch. My name's Lane, this is Ricky. This is a podcast about movies that we want to watch.
And movies that we watched, such as this week, Oh Brother, Where Art Thou? In the year 2000.
Oh Brother.
Directed by the Coen brothers, Joel and Ethan.
Yes. So, this was a Rick's pick. So I last week we talked about this. I was like, I just watched this like for the first time in years, like 4 months ago, when you were like, fuck!
Dude, because you say that about, like, every movie. I'll be like, oh, could we watch yada yada? And you'll be like, ooh, just watch that for the first time in 18 years, 2 months ago. And I'm like, cool, like, great!
Well, you know, I have a feeling that, like, the things that are in the zeitgeist hit me first, and so that's why. Like, I mean, I watched this, so I had watched this, and I it's time for, to pick a bone. The bone piculator. I'm gonna cut into work.
It's time for the bone piculator.
A little clunky. Because the Coen brothers were just the subject of the Blank Check podcast this past year.
Okay, yeah.
And so I went back and it's good that you picked this movie. There's a lot of good inroads to talk about this movie.
Okay.
But this, you know, so this was one that I hadn't seen since I was a kid, so I had rewatched it a few months ago to watch it for the show, because, like, I do love the Coens. There are lots of Coen brothers movies that I had not seen, so I wanted to visit those, and so I was kind of keeping up a little bit with that podcast.
Yeah, keeping up with the Coens.
And so, yes. So I had rewatched it then, and then I can see why this movie, you know, I have to imagine that you wanted to watch this because, not only because it's a pretty well-known movie, but because of the Odyssey. I figure it's probably in the zeitgeist because of the Odyssey right now, and maybe that's where how it came to you. How did this movie come to you?
Right.
Definitely not that. Okay.
No,
yeah.
I don't know.
Sure.
I just saw a Twitter thread about it, and probably it's in the zeitgeist because of the Odyssey, and that's why I saw a Twitter thread about it.
Sure.
But yeah, I don't know. I saw it looked interesting. I saw it had a couple of my guys in it. And as I watched it,
interesting.
I realized it had. So I'll be honest. I saw George Clooney, and I was like, oh, I kind of like the stuff that he's in, even if I maybe don't like him in it. I like what he's in.
Really interesting,
dude. He's so. I don't know. We can get into this more later, but like, he's so unique as like an actor or like a stage presence that like it almost pulls me out of whatever I'm watching with him in it, because I'm always like, oh, okay, this is just a guy like acting here. Like, I don't know.
He's so we should talk about it now. Actually,
okay.
Because Clooney is he's so hot in this moment, like when this movie comes out, and then like. He's a very fascinating movie star. So I watched a movie this past year called J. Kelly. I think I talked about it on the show, but basically it had Oscar buzz for Clooney specifically, and also Adam Sandler, who is like a supporting player in it. It's a movie from Noah Baumbach, who is a director and writer that I kind of like was like big neon flashing signs like, I will not fucking like these movies. Do not watch this guy's movies. Don't watch them. But I was like, okay, like, I'm gonna have to watch this for the Oscars. I like Clooney, whatever, I'll give this a try. And I watched it, and I was like, I like, didn't hate it. Like, I wasn't like, oh, this fucking movie is, like, repellent. Like, I did not it wasn't, like, the best movie I've ever seen. But Clooney plays in it he's not washed up, but he plays like a movie star, like a very famous movie star past his prime. Kind of in a very meta casting. And I'm going to spoil the end of J. Kelly. If you don't want to hear this, I don't know, skip like 3 minutes. But and I don't think that the ending is like having the ending spoiled is not going to ruin the movie for you. Yeah. But the movie is basically about him going, like, dealing with all of these like shitty relationships he has and going and accepting a Lifetime Achievement Award. And the end of the movie is him sitting down and watching like the ceremony, and the ceremony encompasses like, it shows all of this footage of his career. And in this like clever bit of meta play, they show all of these clips from George Clooney's like movies, like actual like Michael Clayton's in there, and this movie is in there, I'm pretty sure. And so they kind of like do that like little kind of like montage, and it makes you very aware. Yeah, it makes you very, very aware of Clooney's like movie star persona. And he's a bigger movie star than he is as an actor. Clooney does not have iconic roles. Like, okay, Clooney's like top 5 A-list of his generation, right? Like Brad Pitt, you know, I would say Clooney, and like, I don't know who the third guy would be. Tom Cruise, probably, TC.
Yeah.
So like, but like Tom Cruise and Brad Pitt have very iconic roles. Clooney kind of doesn't.
Yeah.
Like, when you picture George Clooney, you kind of just picture him. You don't necessarily picture him in, like...
a role. He's not a guy.
So,
yeah.
Yeah. And so this movie, I think, is so... Like, it plays to his strengths. I think this is one of his... I mean, Michael Clayton's the best fucking movie ever made. But, like, this movie plays to his comedic strengths really well.
Yeah.
And his, like, screen persona kind of, like, bounces off of this character in a really interesting way. But so it's interesting that you're, like, you always see him, you never really see, like he's not, like, a phenomenal actor, I don't think, in that way. Like, he's a movie star, but he also happens to be this movie star that's almost more famous as George Clooney than for his movies.
Yes.
Like, can you name other... Like, I know that you could probably name a bunch of Brad Pitt movies and Tom Cruise movies, but, like, could you name a bunch of George Clooney movies?
Is he in the Oceans movie? That's him, right? The Oceans?
Yeah. He's Danny Ocean, yeah. So those, like, that's the other one. That's his franchise.
Well, those were, like, the main ones I was thinking of, because, like, I think this movie and, what was the movie that you just mentioned? Michael Clayton. I feel like those are the only movies that I've seen him in, right? But in those movies, too, he's, like... It's kind of funny because he plays, like, a very similar character as he does here. Even though, I mean, like, very different situations, but, like...
Yeah.
He's, like, kind of a sleazebag. He's trying to win his wife back.
He's cool.
He's cool.
Yeah,
he has everything figured out. Like, he has a plan, and he just has to, like, hook people into his plan, right?
Yeah.
And, like, that's, like, very much so, like, the typecast for him in my mind, right?
Yeah. And I think that's his persona for sure. But he also has this, like, run of, like, kind of, I don't want to say independent, but, like, roles where he's, I don't know, like, less like hooky movies, I would say. Like, he's in a movie called Up in the Air. He's in a movie called The Descendants. He won his Oscar for a movie called Syriana, which I'm sure you've never fucking heard of. He kind of has these, like, I don't know, like less, like, they're not like crazy, I don't know how to describe it, like action-packed, like Fight Club or like Mission Impossible type, movies. So, so he's again, he's just more famous almost as like a tabloid, and I don't mean that in a salacious way, like just like as a figure than he is, for the movies themselves. And I mean, Oceans is the big one.
Yeah. I sat down and watched, like, all of those over the course of, like, a day or two. Because they were,
you
like,
talked
all
about
on
that,
Netflix
I think.
or something.
Yeah.
I think I mentioned it.
But
yeah, it really...
They're fun.
They're fun. But, like, it really just gave me, like, a very particular image of him. And, I don't know, in those movies and in this movie, like, again, like, you talk about, like, his persona bouncing off of, like, the character and, like, off of, like, the other characters, but, like, every other character feels, especially in this movie, feels very, like, time appropriate, right, to, like, the setting and, like,
sure.
And then he is just like,
Clooney is a little bit out of water there.
He's just a guy from like the present day that they're like, we'll send him back there, like, give him a script.
He doesn't have iPhone face. He has like BlackBerry face. Like, he's a little bit old. You know what I mean? Like he does kind of seem like
he's got flip phone face.
At least what like. Yeah. He has Michael Clayton face.
Yeah.
I feel you. Well, so John Goodman, I imagine, is one of your guys. Was the other one just George Clooney, or did you have anyone else from this?
No, John Turturro.
You like John Turturro?
He's in a couple of other things, isn't he? Am I crazy?
Oh, he's in a bunch of stuff. I just
and like a bunch of stuff that we've
gun
seen.
To my head.
He was in Do the Right Thing. What else did we watch?
He's in Do the Right Thing, yeah.
I feel like there has to be. Oh, he was in the entire Transformers film series, which big fan.
Yes. Yeah. Right.
He has to be in something else that we've seen together, though, I feel like.
No. Mm-mm. He's in The Big Lebowski. He's in Raging Bull. He's in Miller's Crossing, Barton Fink, The Batman. I don't think he's in anything else. Mr. Deeds? He's pretty... that's where I first remember seeing him, was in Mr. Deeds, of all places. But no, I mean, he's just like kind of an iconic...
But yeah, he is also super iconic.
Yeah.
But I feel like
he might be on TV.
Yeah. I feel like he can disappear into roles really well, right? Like, I didn't realize
he is one of
it was
those...
him for like a decent portion of this movie. So
with his hair shaved, he does look very different.
Yeah.
He's one of those. I'm Italian, which means I can kind of slide into any ethnicity kind of things. Like he's like, am I Puerto Rican? Like so. he's also an iconic or like a recurring Coen guy. Same with Clooney, same with John Goodman. So, when you eventually watch some of those other Coens, you'll see him frequently. So
yeah.
What did you think of this movie? I mean, did you have like cultural context to this movie before watching it? I mean, I imagine you've heard of it and probably heard the soundtrack, but I mean, if you
what was your cultural context? What was for this movie?
No. Did you have any? Like,
Not really. No.
Like, had you heard? You had never heard of this or like heard the soundtrack before?
No, I don't think so. No, yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
That's crazy. The soundtrack. Another reason I fucking hate doing movies from blank check is that I listen to the episode and I'm like, I have to remember to not talk about things that they talk about in that episode.
No, I mean, I think it's fine if we rehash a little bit, right?
Well, yeah, and I don't jerk off to this movie the same way that those guys do. So, but the soundtrack for this, it was a huge fucking deal. Like, it was like a really well-selling, like, won Grammys and shit. But I particularly remember this soundtrack being like on repeat at my extended family's house. Like, this was like fucking like an iconic like soundtrack of my youth. Even though I did not see this movie until I was older, probably in like my teens, but like I remember hearing this fucking soundtrack all the time when I would visit like my grandparents' house and stuff. So It was just like omnipresent. And so it also loomed large in the consciousness, but it's kind of funny that like all these songs are like I didn't realize it at the time. Like I thought like the movie was like, this like very kind of like sweeping, old timey, but like all these songs were recorded new, like at the turn of the century, and like, so it's funny to go back listening now too and be like, oh yeah, these guys, like the people who recorded this are still alive.
Yeah.
I
mean, it's good though, right? Like I like all the songs in it, and they feel very like time appropriate, right?
Oh, sure, they do. They totally do. But there is a little bit of a self-aware pastiche to it, I think, right? Like, there's an inauthenticity, even though they, to the whole movie, of course.
Yeah.
But it's a weird one. I don't love this movie. It's
fun.
Tell me how you feel about it.
It's fun.
Yeah.
Sometimes okay, a lot of this comes to Clooney. He has that sort of like, again, like he feels like an interloper to like this film, and so that like it feels like he's kind of like winking at the camera every so often, like he's kind of cheeky about it.
Oh, 100%.
And like, especially when they get to like the like any sillier bit, right, where like somebody is like acting a fool, and then like it cuts to him. It's almost like Jim from The Office, where like he'll just be sitting there like, all right, well, I guess this is happening.
Reacting.
Like,
yeah.
Which is like, I mean, it's funny, it's good, I enjoy watching it, but at the same time, like, inauthentic, I think is a really good way to put it. Where it's like, all right, like, it just takes me out of it every so often. Especially because there are points in the film where like it feels like pretty engrossing, and you're like, oh, like, this is cool as hell. Like, it's, I mean, I think the story itself is, like, super interesting and fun. And
do you? You really do?
Yeah, I think it's fun. I don't know. It's funny, too.
It's fun.
Yeah.
Is it, it's fun and funny. Is it really all that interesting, though? Like, I do not find this movie compelling at all. This movie, like, slides off of me like water. Yeah, it's a good watch.
Yeah.
Like, it's a cool hang, but I am, like, left emotionally completely unmoved. Like, I feel nothing other than just, like...
like, emotional attachment? No, not really. Don't have any of that going on. Just because I don't feel for like, any of the characters, I think is my problem.
Yeah. Yeah. And the things that the shenanigans that they get into are... They feel so episodic and so sitcom-y.
Yeah,
where I'm like, It feels like you could rearrange these anecdotes in any order.
Oh, yeah, it wouldn't matter at all.
This anthology.
Yeah.
And it wouldn't matter. And I really bounce off of that. I don't know why. For this, I guess because it has such a There's like this, like the Coens do this really like the like weird stuff with scale. I feel like in every movie. When I watched all of their like or most of their movies again last year, and I just watched Fargo again on Monday.
Yeah.
But like whenever I watch their movies, I feel like they're either playing like a really small story epic or a really epic story small, if that makes sense. And in this case, that when they do the epic stories small, I find them to be very tedious. Like it's like the slapstick. I'm like, okay, like I don't know what you want from me. I
don't know.
It just doesn't compel me.
The way that they set up like future bits, like I'm specifically thinking of like the radio, because like the radio scene is probably the only one that like needs to be near the start of the film, and then it's like anything else can be whenever, wherever. Building. It doesn't matter,
right?
So that's like the only form of like building the story that they have outside of like Monster of the Week, essentially, or like I don't know, Southerner of the Week, right? Like Florida Guy of the Week, however you want to call it. And it's like I don't know, it's fun. I think that's fun. I don't know, and like it's just like cute. It's very cute how they set that up. I was like, oh okay, haha. So like we know that like as soon as they leave and then they're like talking to the mayor or whatever, I was like, all right, they're either robbing this guy or like this is going to become something pivotal. Like Soggy Bottom Boys, we're seeing them again. 100%.
Right.
Which is like predictable. It's fun. I don't know the whole like KKK thing. I was like, oh, haha, like that's cool. They're like standing up for their bud. I was like, yeah. Okay.
It's so cute though.
Yeah,
it's so cute and like clever.
Yeah,
and I just don't. And I'm like cute derogatory. I don't know.
I know you hate it.
The same way about the Big Lebowski. Yeah. Like I don't know. Like have you? So which other Coen movies have you seen?
That's a
Fargo.
Really good question. Fargo.
Burn After Reading?
I don't think so.
No Country for Old Men? Probably not.
No, I have seen No Country for Old Men.
Okay. That's probably
I think that's it.
I imagine you have not seen any others. Yeah.
Yeah, looking through the Coen brothers filmography right now. I think that's it. I mean, I've heard a lot of good things about The Big Lebowski, which I know is probably also not a movie for you.
I can't hang. I just can't fucking hang. I don't know. I don't like the slapstick. When they get slapstick, I can't do it.
I've seen clips from The Ballad of Buster Scruggs, and like very charming and funny and like cute and like I don't know. It's very much so like again like winks at the camera, like But like I feel like it works maybe for Buster Scruggs. I haven't seen the movie, but like I've seen bits of it. I feel like that sort of works for like his character and like who he is, because he feels like a like Superman type where like he's like the strongest in the movie or like in verse, right? Where it's like, oh okay, like
sure,
this dude is the one scene in particular. He's like I'm gonna shoot this guy based off of like the reflection in this glass that I'm holding up, and he's like shooting behind him, and like he's like just hitting the guy in like his fingers or something, and it's like okay, like sure, whatever, he's larger than life, I get it, but I love that. I eat it up, bro. I'm like, yeah, give me more of that.
I did figure that you would really like this movie. I figured that this movie, I was like, well, at least Ricky's going to see a movie that he really likes. It's like, even though I don't love this.
I don't know about really likes, but it is a lot of fun, right?
Really?
I feel very similar to you that like it's a good hang, but like I just don't feel attached to any of the characters. Like when they were hanging the one guy, I was like, yeah, okay, whatever. Like I just couldn't care less about what happens to any of these guys. I'm like, sure, fine.
Yeah.
I was like, get me onto the next adventure of theirs, right? Like,
But I also find that it like there's kind of a what is the point of it all that I don't love either. Like it feels very random and I don't want to say cynical. I think cynical is like a common thing that people lodge, like a common complaint or criticism that they lodge at Coen movies, but I don't know. I don't feel that it's cynical necessarily, but just pointless, meandering, and like in a way that's too self-aware and clever, maybe, that I really don't like. Okay, feel that way about The Big Lebowski big fucking time. If you ever watch that movie, You'll know. But then, like, I love Fargo. I really like No Country for Old Men. You know, some of these other ones that I hadn't seen before, Barton Fink and Miller's Crossing, I really liked. So, you know, there are these, like, I like their sense of humor when it's not so over the top and like, like, I feel like it's funny, this movie's timing, right before, you know, 2000. So it does kind of feel like this, like, kind of like devil may care, you know, like, isn't this fun and kind of whimsical kind of like style?
Yeah.
Again, if this movie had come out a little bit later, it would have, I think, been very different or very difficult to make a movie like this, kind of like silly and light without being like mean. Like, this movie's not mean.
Yeah.
So
I don't like mean movies.
Yeah.
I like them to feel like sort of genuine, even if it is
That's
like
not true.
corny or fun. Yeah, you're right. That's not true. I do like mean movies, but
you like mean movies, yeah.
I like most movies.
You love
though.
The Substance.
Yeah.
Don't pretend you don't fucking like The Substance.
Yeah.
But so, as far as like this movie goes, I mean, yeah. So, did you know going in that it was based on the Odyssey?
No.
Or that it followed similar beats of the Odyssey? Did you not know this until I just said this? Okay.
No.
Okay.
I didn't know it until I looked at the Wikipedia page for it.
Okay.
But
yeah.
As soon as I did, I mean, I'll say the sirens were a weird addition, and I was like, oh, okay, like, this is just a scene that like adds nothing. Cool. But like was still kind of, I was like, all right, like, sure, it's fun.
Ricky coming
whatever.
out as if sex scenes don't contribute to the plot, I don't want to see them.
No. I mean that
Ricky's
in
Gen
like
Z.
True. I mean that in like the meandering plot sort of way, right? Where I was like,
yeah,
okay, like, sure, it's another like, again, like Monster of the Week encounter, right? I was like, all right, sure, like, fine, sirens, why not, right? I was like, okay, that's kind of funny. But I didn't notice. I'll say I didn't. I guess I didn't like pick up on there being like a ton of Odyssey references because, like, I don't know, they didn't sail through the straits and fight. What is it? Nersila, right? You know, that's a big miss. They should have included that. The island with the skeletons that keep regenerating, big miss. Big miss. I guess they did fool the Cyclops, the blind man at the radio station. That's fair.
Well, the Cyclops is John Goodman.
Because he's got one eye. That's funny. Oh, okay, all right, yeah. But they couldn't do. They didn't do the name thing with him. There's no Matt Damon. What else? So that's where they got the fleece from. Was from the Cyclops, right? What else did they fought all the skeletons, which I assumed was like the KKK thing, was them fighting all the skeletons.
I don't know, man.
I'm just trying to draw parallels here. All right.
Yeah, I never read the Odyssey in school. Did you?
Oh, I did. Yes. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I don't remember it too well, but like, bro, you can't say that when you literally had us watch Hamlet, which was like one that I had not read since then, and you had like the annotated fucking like 300-year copy or whatever. Huh.
I'm sorry, Shakespeare versus fucking Homer is like a 3,000-year difference, right? Am I trolling? Like, when was the
problematic
Odyssey
literature gap?
Yeah. 8th century BC, so 2,000 some years. Yeah, no, a big difference, I think, between the two. I never read Beowulf either. We just never had to read those. Yeah. We read Antigone. That was the big one.
That was one missing from mine. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, see, I'm competent. I'm learned.
I'm not saying that you're not, right?
But yeah, I don't know. I like, maybe that's another thing that I'm missing. Maybe if I'm more familiar with the beats of the Odyssey, I'd be like, oh yeah, this is like a cool thing. But I don't know.
They made a claymation Odyssey. I want to say in like the 70s or 80s, back when it was possible to make claymation films. Which I think would be fun to watch, but I do not think is very good. At least, I don't know. It looks okay. That might be a fun we want to watch for later. I don't know. I'm gonna sit on that. Yeah, I'm gonna sit on that for a little while.
Pause. I think Clooney is my favorite part of this movie. You know, the cast of characters, like all of the like kind of 1-2 scenes, like with Stephen Root, who plays the radio station guy. He's a very famous character actor.
Mhm.
The guy who plays what's his name, Babyface Nelson. He's fun.
I recognized
him from stuff.
but like yeah, I wasn't sure exactly what. Yeah,
I don't know what you would know him from. He's in a bunch of Coen stuff, but none of it that you've seen. He's in Leon the Professional. Have you seen that movie? I forget if you've seen that or not.
No, I've heard a lot about it.
Yeah, we will not watch it for this show.
Yeah, that's fair.
But he's on The Practice. The show The Practice. Oh, he was in The Sopranos. Oh, wait, no, he wasn't. I lied. Yeah, I don't know. But just like fun to kind of see those kind of characters pop up for 5-10 minutes, but
I
obviously
love
John Goodman,
big characters too,
to
and
see.
like when he comes back in later, and I love how they like introduce each other a couple of times, which is like funny, or they get like reintroduced into the story. I just think that's fun.
Yeah, I do think Holly Hunter is paid kind of like a pittance here. Like I wish she would introduce in the story earlier than like 30 minutes from the end. Yeah. Because she's great. I love her as an actress, but she's, she doesn't get a lot to do, I think, unfortunately. But these are not exactly the most fleshed out characters across the board, so I'm willing to forgive them. For not giving her.
Yeah.
We gotta watch Crash for this show. We really do.
I'm sorry, what was the actor's name of the Nelson guy? I can't find him on the Wikipedia page.
Michael Bettalucco.
Michael Bettalucco, okay. I feel like I know him from something, specifically. Oh!
Since Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Mutant Mayhem?
That's what it was. Duh, silly me.
I don't know what else you know. He's on Law & Order? He was on an episode of Law & Order.
I have no idea. I think I'm just confusing him with someone else, to be honest with you.
Well, his brother is in The Sopranos, so maybe you know him from that?
I haven't really seen The Sopranos. I've seen bits of it from Zack and Tori.
Yeah, but like you would from like the
osmosis,
the cultural consciousness. Yeah. Right? Yeah. But I mean, like all of the like little, I don't want to say bullshit. The little bullshit in this movie, like, well, folks, that winds up tonight's Pass the Biscuits, Papio, Daniel Flower Hour, like that kind of thing. I do love that.
It's cutesy, I
do love...
That's crazy. It's crazy that you love that, because, like, I feel like that's the stuff that maybe gets grating over time, right? Is that very sort of, like, tongue-in-cheek cutesy bits, that they do.
They get more grating when they're not anchored to anything, like, interesting or realistic, I guess.
That's fair, yeah.
Like, yeah, so just, I mean, like, the fact that the governor's name is Papio Daniel, or, all of those, like, fun Vernon T. Waldrip. Those things are fun. The fact that Clooney keeps, throughout the whole thing, talking about Dapper Dan, the hair gel, or the hair pomade.
You've been using my pomade, haven't you? Your pomade.
This movie, I think, is the most damning, like, this is probably the movie that started the, when George Clooney acts, he's just bobbing his head thing. I've sent you that video before.
Did you?
You haven't seen that? Okay, I'll send you that video
afterwards. I feel like you haven't sent that to me, yeah.
I'll link it in the show notes. It's basically, when Clooney is talking, he does a lot. He's like, he does this, and he's like, always moving his head around. And like, he can't talk and deliver lines. And I feel like that solidified in this movie. Like, this is the movie where when he's talking and he's trying to deliver a line, he's always jiggling, like he's fucking jiggling all the time, and it works, because he's so over the top in this, which is good. But I think he couldn't shake it. Maybe he even does it in Michael Clayton a little bit. It's not great, He's got tics.
I guess he does do it in Michael Clayton. I mean, a little bit, not much though, right? Like,
yeah, he's more subdued there, though. But yeah.
But he still has that like professional with a plan. Like that's like him, right?
Sure. Yeah. He's a janitor. The guy selling the fop looks like JD Vance also. Like when he's selling the pomade and he's like, I don't want fop. Like I'm a Dapper Dan man. The guy he's talking to looks like JD Vance. Like he's just straight, like they cast JD Vance in that role.
I don't even recall his face. Although I also can't really recall JD Vance's face, because I just imagine the like slightly chubby cheeks version. Yeah, like every single time.
Yeah. Fair. Anyway, but yeah, Clooney's good. I mean, like, whenever he's delivering the, like, he's kind of getting the over the top, verbose, like he's a learned man. He's an educated guy who can, like, talk his way out of every situation. He thinks he's the smartest. And of course he's just as fucking stupid as the other two. He's good at that. When he keeps saying, damn, we're in a tight spot over and over and over again when the barn gets lit on fire. He's fun. He can anchor a movie. He can carry a movie.
Yeah. I mean, a lot of very funny scenes in this, but like, again, like you said, it does feel very episodic. I just don't think that that's in like a bad way. I mean, trying to remember back and like remember specific plot beats and stuff, it's like, all right, they meet like the blind seer, right? And then they go to the radio station.
Tough. The fucking magical Negro, like, that's real tough. Like, this whole movie, I get that it's like, it at the time it was probably like, wow, they appreciate that, like, this is Black culture and like what, but it's like, man, this is really just so whitewashed and like kind of cringy to watch in 2026.
Also, I don't know, but like I feel like the dialogue around that was kind of funny. Like the way he's like, well, they say when you lose your sight, you gain other senses, almost preternatural. And like, they were like, yeah, but he said we're not going to find the treasure. And he said, what does he know? He's a blind old guy. Like, who gives a fuck? And I was like, oh, okay, cool.
This is true. Let's talk about how this movie looks. Because, you've seen a handful of other Coen movies, so you're kind of familiar with their visual style. But it's a little chameleonic because they bounce between genres so much. So it can be kind of trickier to see these, like, the consistencies between their style in a lot of ways. But I think in this one, I mean, it's a beautiful looking movie.
Yeah, it looks really
good. But
the
the fixation on kind of these, like, I'd say like far away, like whole body shots of people to like get in the, to kind of like drive home the slapstick, or like reaction shots and close-ups and these like otherworldly framings. Like, they're really good at that stuff, at making shots just see, like, really conveying like a strong heightened emotion with staging and blocking. So I think you see that in this, and it even though it's like it looks, this movie so fucking beige, like it's just so goddamn beige, it still manages to be good to look at.
Yeah, this movie almost suffers from like Mexico is sepia toned, but it's like the South is beige.
That's what I was thinking. Yeah. Everyone looks so goddamn sweaty. Like,
understandable though, right?
Dirty.
Like, I watch it and I'm like, yeah, makes sense.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know. It looks really good, and it's I feel like it maybe works best in a movie like this. Like, that sort of visual style works best in a movie like this, where like the only times that they're really using color is like or like to great effect are like the parties and stuff, where you see like, I'll say like more reputable people, right? Where it feels like everyone who's like an ex-convict, or like some guy escaping the law, or like even like the police officers and whatnot, are all like not black and white, but like they're dressed in like very like beige tones,
monochrome,
earthy tones. Yeah. But then like as we get to the end of the movie, we're like, oh, okay, like there are people in this like world who like actually can like wear color and like who go out to like listen to music and stuff. And I was like, oh, okay, I don't know.
Well, they do a good job. Yeah, it's like it's all world building, right? Like, it's all part of like making this like otherworldly kind of, even though like most of the events of this movie are pretty believable, except for the very end, right? Like, there's nothing like super crazy supernatural in
this. They turned a guy into the frog. What are you talking about, Lane?
Well, that's true. Of course it's Pete. Just look at him. I do say that all the fucking time. That is the best part of this movie.
He's like, what the frog?
I'll hold Banksy's face up and do that, and just like, it's perfect frog size. Yeah. But they do a good job of creating this world and like making it feel like a storybook or out of a picture book or something.
Yes. Yeah.
And making it believable. But what were you going to say? I cut you off.
Something that's like a big pet peeve of mine, which I think they did really well here, is just like scenes shot at night. and like being able to actually like see what the fuck is going on.
The bar is in hell. Like the bar is below hell.
Listen, both barnyard scenes, I was like, oh, you can actually like see everyone here, and you can also see like the fire, and it's not like the only source of light in the like whatever it is, the set or whatever. I was like, okay, that's like actually nice. And then we get it again with like the KKK scene. We get it later when they're like performing for everyone as the Soggy Bottom Boys, when they're doing their live performance. Mm-hmm. I was like, oh, this is excellent. Even though, like, I know it's like, I don't know. Like, maybe not time appropriate, right? Like, I know, like, things were not, like, well lit. But it's like, I don't know. I like to be able to see my movies.
But it's not, no. This is such a tired thing. I understand why you bring it up, but it's just, I'm sick of hearing people complain about it. Not that they're not right, but it's just... It's just, I don't know. It's like low-hanging fruit cinema criticism.
It is, but like,
I don't disagree. I don't disagree that it's true. Like,
right.
But.
And it doesn't mean I'm not going to give props where props are due when they like actually like.
The props aren't due though. I mean, they're just, it's like 30 years ago, it was normal to be able to see every single shot at night. That was not a thing 30 years ago. So like, to be like, you could see it back in the day. Like back then they knew how to shoot.
You could actually watch movies back in the day. Like what?
The other thing with this visual style, I would say, there's like a choreography to it. There's a lot of like not just like the slapstick, but also some of the more kind of like sweeping or I guess emotional as these scenes can get. Like there's a lot of attention paid to where people are standing and how they move and interact with each other that feels heightened. Especially, I mean, you even in the very beginning, like the chain gang, they're moving in time with the song. They're singing, they're like swinging axes like with it, but or pickaxes, but they're not like perfectly in sync. That like in a very like whatever in a more like orchestrated movie, they would be like moving perfectly in time, and they aren't, which feels realistic and kind of sloppy in a way that feels lived in for this movie.
Yes. Yeah. And I know we talked about that a lot with Drowning by Numbers, and like how that can feel a lot more relatable or like approachable than like some of like Wes Anderson's films. And that was something that sort of like struck me about this film, because I love movies that are sort of like not off balance, but like characters have their sort of own rhythm to them, right? And I mean, even with like Ghost Dog, right? Like obviously there is music and it corresponds to like what's happening on screen sometimes, yada yada. But like they don't go over the top with trying to make it like too neat or too cutesy or anything. And like even with this movie, with like the cutesy shit that they do, right? They don't push it too far. At least for me, right? That's
true. This movie is, but God, you gotta watch fucking The Big Lebowski. You really have to.
Do I really?
You'll feel it.
Okay.
I think it's one of those that you should definitely watch no matter what. But you might like it. I don't. It has Julianne Moore in it.
Okay.
And Philip Seymour Hoffman.
That's another plus.
And John Goodman.
That's another
Steve
plus.
Buscemi. I mean,
another plus. That's 4 in a row.
Right, and then so imagine a movie that has all those those actors, and it's
horrible.
Bad.
It's dog shit.
And John Turturro, he's in it too. Yeah. It's not horrible. It's just it's very. I don't know how to describe it. Just watch it. It does what you're talking about, where it's clever and cutesy and like.
But it's too much with that. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's funny because like. I know like memes were definitely a thing before like the internet age, right? And it feels like there are some movies which are made, especially nowadays, it feels like there are movies that have like certain clips in it where it's like, oh, okay, like this was made to be memed, right? Like this is like built for like the 4-panel format or for like the face with like a text. It's like, okay, I get it, right?
That's The Big Lebowski. That's
right. That's what I was going to say. Yeah.
I don't think they made it to be memey, but I do think like now it's like the memes are so much fucking bigger than the movie. It's like it really draws attention to the the less savory aspects of that movie. Anyway,
Okay.
that is not, we're not talking about that movie. We're talking about Oh Brother, Where Art Thou? Do you
Yes,
think
yeah.
George Clooney looks like Robert Pattinson in this? I think he kind of has like a Robert Pattinson thing.
No.
Really?
For me,
have
dog,
you
it's a no.
have you seen Robert Pattinson in anything like funny, like any comedy stuff?
I don't think so. I know he's done like a lot of stuff. Especially like recently. I've seen all of Twilight, right?
Sure. Mickey 17 or The Lighthouse would be the ones.
You know what? I started Mickey 17, but it was really late at night, and I was a little too high for it, and I started getting scared and weirded out by it, and I had to stop.
It is a scary, weird movie. Yeah, I feel you there. But he has like a similar energy to Clooney in that. And watching Oh Brother, I was like, I think the heavy eyebrows does it too. They have like very similar looking eyes and eyebrows, but like their comedic energy when they're being like slapstick is very, very similar. Like wide-eyed, kind of like, I'm handsome, but smack me. Like kind of
yeah.
But I don't know, man. Like, we gotta talk about something, but
I'll say, okay.
The world's shortest episode.
Every scene with John Goodman, so funny. When he's like finding the stick to beat him with, and he's like pulling it down, and like
and Clooney is just like sitting there and being like,
Clooney's doing his like dickhead monologue while he doesn't stop it while his friend's being beaten, and like it seems like he wants to continue even while he's getting hit in the head, and I'm like, dude, like, what the fuck, man? Like, I don't know. So that was really funny. And then when he's like trotting away, and he's like, "All right, so long, boys. There's your first lesson." Like, I don't know. He's so funny.
And then they kill him, which is great.
Seeing him later, and
KKK member,
yeah, the spear throw, and it's like I don't know. I'm a sucker for bits where it's like, oh, okay, like this is the obvious thing, and like. They do like so much build up to like, oh, the obvious thing is going to happen, and then it doesn't, but like you get the same outcome from something else, which was like with much less setup, and like it happens almost spontaneously. Yeah. I love that. I'm a sucker for it. I think that's like a great like joke or bit to like include. It's gonna betray my like ignorance of media, but The Simpsons does that a lot, especially in the earlier seasons, where they'll have like these like super like almost Rube Goldberg-esque like scenes where like things are happening, and you're like oh no, like the mouse is gonna get the cheese, no, and then he's gonna get caught by the mousetrap, and then like actually like somebody comes out and like sprays like I don't know, like mouse repellent on it, and it runs away, and it's like it's like, oh, okay, like what the fuck, like what was all of this for? I love that. I'm such a sucker for it. It's funny to me, you know.
That's fair. Yeah. It's the misdirection. Yeah, I get it.
I feel like the Coen brothers do a lot of like weird, like cheeky, tongue-in-cheek humor that like it's like targeted at me. You know, it's like made for me.
That's fair. That's fair.
Which is why I might like The Big Lebowski. I'm kind of afraid to. I'm afraid to watch it and like it and like tell you that.
You're allowed to like it. I am in the minority. People fucking love that movie. I understand that is a movie that is just not for me. People like this movie. I think this movie I don't know. For me, the Fargo is the juice. Like, I think that if your favorite Coen Brothers movie isn't Fargo, I think you're just not a serious person. But like, that's fine.
Well, I already know that about myself, but
it's just Fargo. It's like you're in and out. That's it's like 90 minutes, like maybe like 95 at most. You know, you there's not a fucking ounce of fat on the thing. It's a great movie. You can, every single scene has like weight, and they have to happen in exactly the order that they do. This other stuff, I don't know, man. And I just rewatched Fargo for like the 50th time the other day, so it's fresh in my mind, and I'm like, man, I should just rewatch Fargo. I should just play Fargo in the background of this podcast episode, and just like just have the soundtrack going underneath, or the audio track. Mm-hmm. But the people like these movies. I think they're I don't know, they're a little bit inauthentic. This one in particular, I don't find it to be very like the message like of like, this like Great Depression era, like populism and, kind of like acts of God. Mm-hmm. I kind of find them hollow. I don't find them very, very moving. I don't find them very compelling or interesting. Especially the race relation stuff is kind of like hand waved in such a light, I don't know, like light work way. I don't know how else to describe it other than just like, it's like very convenient and like kind of like a way of like adding cool or like credence to your movie without, or like weight to your movie without really grappling with any of that stuff. And I'm not saying it has to be like a serious, prestigious kind of approach, but just, I don't know, you know.
Yeah.
It's fine. I have the same problem with Django Unchained, which is like, obviously grapples with things way more, but that movie's, I mean, and that's a Tarantino movie, that movie, so we don't really need to get into it. Yeah. You like that movie?
I like that movie. I think it's a fun movie.
Have you watched it as an adult? Like
yes, I think that was the last 3?
Few years.
Few? I don't know. I feel like I've seen it within the last 5 or 6 years, maybe. Within the turn of the century. Within the turn of the decade. Well, sorry.
Sure. I think they should put that movie, like they should rewind that movie back into the film reel. Call it a day.
Really?
Recycle it.
You like anything
I don't
about
like that movie at all. I think that's another movie that's like inauthentic and like tries to be too cool and like isn't cool and like is actually really bad and annoying. I don't know.
I thought it was pretty cool. I like when he shoots the people. I like when he blows the house up. I think he's pretty cool.
That's cool.
When he goes, my name's Django,
I have no
with a
problems
D.
with that.
I was like, that's pretty cool. This guy's pretty cool.
He says the D is silent.
The D is silent, my bad. That's pretty cool, though.
I like Jamie Foxx. I have no beef with him. I have no beef with, you know, that movie's like whatever message, I guess. I don't know. I don't think it has a message. Comparing Tarantino and you don't think Django Unchained has a message?
No, I do think it has a message. Like,
oh, I thought you. The message is that Tarantino thinks that if he like makes the white guys bad, then he can say the N-word as much as he wants. That's the message of that movie. Real. Tarantino wishes he could say the N-word with impunity. Is what that movie's message is.
Have you seen? I mean, I'm sure you have. Him code switching during interviews is like so cringe and funny. It's so bad, bro.
We all need to ignore that man. We need to just not watch that man's clips.
Yeah,
he like is the pinnacle of like men shouldn't have podcasts. Just, I mean, this guy, like, this is a crank. This guy's just a fucking inflammatory piece of shit. I don't know. Anyway,
wow,
Tarantino, come on the pod. Come on, we want to watch.
Come on the pod.
I love your movie, but I love, you know, Reservoir Dogs, very pivotal movie for me. But also, fuck you. Like,
there's a Norm Macdonald clip where he's like making fun of him, and it's one of my favorite clips. It's easily my favorite clip of Tarantino. Yeah, because it's so over the top, but like when you're watching it, he's doing something to his face. Like he's sticking his jaw out. He's doing like the half moon face thing, which it looks so unlike Norm. It's crazy. Like the first time I saw it, I thought it was Tarantino, and I was like, dude, I didn't know this guy was funny about him, like about his own like personal failings and like shortcomings and shit. I was like, that's crazy. But no, it's just my favorite comedian, like fucking crucifying this guy.
As he should be.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know, man. Maybe I'm just biased against this movie. You know, coming in, I should have had more of an open mind. I should have gotten stoned and watched it. That would have probably paid off more. Yeah, I did listen to the soundtrack today while I was cleaning my car. When I drove off, I was like, well, if I'm going to make Ricky wait to record the podcast so I can go wash and clean my car, I'll at least listen to feeling like a fucking maniac listening to Big Rock Candy Mountain while I have my doors open and vacuuming my car, you know, mats out. But you know, yeah, it's good. I do like when they're cruising down the road and they first hear the sirens and they like realize they're just like hear women singing and they immediately start howling to pull over. They're like barking at the moon. Like, that's fun.
This is a subtle reference to how men are dogs.
Well, and I do like that whole scene. You know, it does a great job of kind of luring them in and in their own unique ways. Each man kind of gets a different approach from one of the sirens. And that like framing of that whole very like hypnotic dreamlike sequence is good. You know, it's not very neat, playing in that same way of like we were talking about, things that are framed nicely but not necessarily perfectly. You know, the way that they shoot these women, they're like, you know, they're obviously disheveled. They don't look like perfect angels, right? They're like wringing water out, but the water doesn't come cascading down perfectly over themselves. You know, it's like it's sensual without being like manicured.
Yes,
it's cool. It's a good scene.
And the way you were talking about earlier with how the Coen brothers like can shoot these like really ethereal scenes, like works perfectly there, right? Like that is spot on.
You should watch Barton Fink.
Should we?
You got to watch Barton Fink. That's the one you should watch. Yeah. Well, we don't have to watch it for the pod, but
not for the pod, but yeah, I think my own edification. Yeah.
That movie has a whole lot of John Goodman. A whole fucking lot. It has you want to talk about a couple of ethereal shots of John Goodman?
Yeah.
In that movie. Yeah.
Okay, sounds pretty good, man.
You'd fuck with it.
Yeah.
That's another He's Just Like Me for real. Like,
yes. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. But I'll be happy if I never watch Your Brother, Where Art Thou ever again. Maybe I need to watch it in a theater or something. Like maybe I just need to.
It'd be fun in a theater.
I don't know either.
There's a lot of like laughable moments, right? There's a lot of like fun crowd atmosphere stuff.
Yeah. We haven't talked about Tim Blake Nelson, who is also quite famous, and you probably have seen in a bunch of stuff.
Who is he?
Well, maybe not actually. He's the third, he's Delmer.
Oh, so I did not recognize him at all. Yeah.
He's a character actor. He's in a bunch of stuff. He's in Minority Report. He was in the Pinocchio movie that came out a couple years ago. He's in the Marvel movies. He's in Buster Scruggs. Oh, isn't he Buster Scruggs? Am I making that up? Yeah, that's him.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Crazy that I didn't pick up on
He's a Coen guy. Yeah.
Yeah.
He's in Lincoln, which is, I watched that a few months ago, like, just kind of like, well, this is a Steven Spielberg gap. I just need to fill in. I've never seen Lincoln, whatever. And like, that movie, it was like the clip of, when they announced Super Smash Bros. Ultimate, and it was like, everyone is here.
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
That is Lincoln. If Clemens had shown up in Lincoln, it would have been the least surprising thing of all time. Like, just like it's like character actors murderers row in that movie. It's just like all the, like, down to like 50th on the fucking call sheet are like very famous, like, character actors that you would recognize. And, so Tim Blake Nelson is one of them, in that. He's, I think one of the Congress people, like, that Lincoln's trying to whip into,
submission?
Getting behind abolishing slavery. Sorry.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Very good. So, reading his Wikipedia page, apparently he was the only one in the cast or crew who had read Homer's Odyssey.
Who sang?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Interesting.
Which is like really funny. But also, he sang in the jailhouse now on the film's soundtrack.
Yeah.
And that
I knew.
A Grammy Award for Album of the Year.
Yeah, so he's a Grammy winner. Look at that.
Yeah, that's nuts. I sort of figured that all of the singing was dubbed. I'll be honest with you.
Yeah.
So it's nice that there's,
Clooney
like,
definitely was not singing.
Yeah. I don't think Totoro was either, but Totoro?
No. Totoro. Not Totoro.
Totoro?
Yeah, good movie, fine. Good watch. Good one to see. Good one to have seen. Sorry, if you're a watcher and you like this movie, I'm sorry. Come on the pod. Send us a voice note.
If you're a watcher and you like this movie, like, great, thanks, you're in good company. I also did. It's a fun watch. Yeah. You're valid as fuck, bro.
You're valid. You're so valid. If you like this movie, the most valid out there. But
Lane's just a hater.
I don't hate this movie. I think this movie's perfectly fine. I just, like, am, like, not enthusiastic about it at all. Like, I don't find it to be, like, it's, I think it has an outsized reputation, and I just don't love it. I don't know. Thank God we're not talking about the fucking Big Lebowski, I guess. At the very least, there's that. Like,
okay, wait, let's talk about the ending then. Just to give us a little something.
I thought you meant the Big Lebowski.
No,
I thought you were about to launch
in. Keeping with the rest of the film, it's cute, funny, it's tongue-in-cheek. The whole him, like, praying to God, like, as he's seeing, like, the water trickling out. And then, like...
It's very biblical.
Very biblical. And then very funny at the end when he, like, gives his wife the ring. And
And she's like,
his
"That's not my ring."
ex-wife the ring.
I do love
and
Holly
she goes,
Hunter.
That's not my ring. Yeah. She's so good here.
You recognize her?
No, I didn't know what else she was from. No.
Can you, if you close your eyes and picture her voice, or like hear her voice, can you picture her voicing a character? It's a movie you've seen for sure.
No.
She is Mrs. Incredible, Elastigirl, my friend.
Okay, give me a second. I'm about to blow out the mic here.
He's just muted for me.
That's crazy.
She has the most iconic voice of all
really
time. She's
funny,
not in this movie for very much, but
the sound
great.
waves look very funny there. And I hope I don't get like a domestic
Great.
complaint or domestic disturbance called on me.
Shout out Meredith for putting up with you.
For real. I should have gotten that though, man. Hi, Keita.
Okay.
Keita's worried about me now. Hey, buddy. I'm okay.
Yeah, I don't know why you insisted on screaming into the microphone.
Because it's funny. even if just to me.
Sure. Is there anything else we want to say about Oh Brother, Where Art Thou from 2000, directed by Joel and Ethan Coen?
No, I mean, cute, fun film. I think it's like great as like you said, great movie to put on for like a hang or something. You know, nothing too serious.
You've seen didn't you tell me you saw Drive Away Dolls or Honey Don't?
I saw Honey
Am I
Don't.
making up that you saw one of those? That's so fucking crazy that you saw that movie. That is so unbelievably weird that you saw that. Why did you see that? Who did that to you?
Because it came out
I like that
recently.
movie, but
yeah, and
yeah.
My friend Eric has just been putting recent movies on the Plex server, so I've just been
And
watching
that's what
like
you
random
watched?
movies from like. It looked fun. Yeah, I figured why not.
Did you like it?
Yeah. I thought it was fun. Cool movie.
People fucking hate that movie. People
Really?
cannot stand that movie.
Oh,
Yeah.
oops.
Yeah. I like that movie. To be clear, I think that movie's fun. but
Why do people hate it?
People have I mean, it's not at the level of like one of the Coens' prestigious Big Lebowski type movies. So
who gives a shit
people
about
hate it.
that?
People don't.
Well, I guess
Yeah,
people do.
I agree. I agree. People also like don't. I think they, there are technical problems. Like that movie is like sloppier, right? Like it's not.
I mean,
not,
it does look a bit looser in like the way they're
Sure.
filming and everything, but
But yeah, I think people also feel like a level of ownership over the Coens and the fact that they aren't making movies together anymore. They're making movies separately and stuff. I think people get kind of like cranky about that. So, but yeah, to be clear, I am a Honey Don't defender. I liked that movie. I like Drive Away Dolls. I think those movies are fine. I would rather watch them over again than Oh Brother, Where Art Thou? That's
Real.
anything.
That's fair.
Yeah.
I was thinking about it. I was like, I don't know. I feel like both of them are like, oh, like they were fun, different types of fun to watch.
Yeah.
But like, I definitely would rewatch both, you know?
Fair. Yeah. Next week is Elaine's Frame. So
Yeah, it is.
Last week, the last episode we recorded, or one of the last episodes we recorded, was Invasion of the Body Snatchers with Robert Duvall in it. He's a cameo in that movie. He just fucking died. And I was like, should we watch a Robert Duvall movie? Should we watch The Godfather? Should we crack into The Godfather? And then fucking Frederick Wiseman died, who is a documentarian that I've never seen anything of his before.
Yeah.
I'm kind of rambling here a little bit, but we haven't watched a documentary in a long time, and I think we've been on a tear of like kind of like action-y movies lately, like big action-y, kind of like over the top stylistically movies. So instead, I want to strip us down a little bit, pause, and watch a movie from Frederick Wiseman from 1970. The movie is called Hospital. I have not seen anything from this director before, but he again just passed away, rest in peace, but he was a very well acclaimed documentarian. He has several other movies that you might have heard of. And I was kind of considering cracking into something a little bit more ambitious than this one, but over and over, I saw people recommending this as a good entry point, Hospital. And it's shorter, and like I said, a little bit more stripped back and maybe easier for us to kind of get into. So that is next week's Lane's Frame, Hospital from 1970, directed by Frederick Wiseman.
Sweet, looking forward to it. Not to derail too much, but isn't Shelley Duvall the name of the main character in The Shining?
She's the actress who plays Wendy, but yes, two
Oh.
different. They're not related. They're
Oh,
not.
okay,
They're not.
okay.
The Duvalls are different family. I think.
Okay.
But anyway, good ending.
Yeah, thanks. Yeah,
Just
yeah.
like lead off on
Just that little tidbit.
Robert
We
Duvall.
just end it right there.
Robert Duvall was in The Godfather. I'm trying to think of like other things you would know him from.
I've seen The
He was
Godfather,
like yeah, he plays the friend Tom.
Oh, okay.
Tom Hagen.
Yeah.
He's in Apocalypse Now, which is a movie we should really watch.
That's one that's been on the
the
list.
show.
Yeah. Especially when we were
Yeah.
doing like some of the
Yeah, but
Vietnam movies, that one came up a lot.
Right. We'll watch that someday. But no. Next week we're taking it low and slow with a documentary.
Hell yeah.
Word up. All right.
Am I ending?
I
Do we
mean,
have
it's
something to
Michael
end with?
Clayton.
It's Michael Clayton.
Yeah, it's just I was like, yeah. And he's in this movie.
Yeah.
You know?
Particularly fitting.
Yeah.
What was I doing when we first got on the pod? I feel like I was doing something in the beginning that like,
What's up?
what's up? We were doing that. Yeah. We could end it with that.
Yeah. But that's just going, what's up?
Well, no, with like the Super Bowl commercial, with them going like, what's up? And you can like cut us in sometimes, huh? Okay, Lane's giving me a no, fuck no, explode yourself face. So
Yeah, that's okay. I was hoping you would get there, that last bit. The translation is really accurate.
Michael Clayton. Michael Clayton.